Hello guys, it's OKC here, back again. I just want to, before we start the video, I just want to clarify the news with Christian Eriksen. Because obviously, if you don't know, he had a heart attack on the pitch after he collapsed against Finland. And obviously, we don't know the full details yet, but apparently he is okay because apparently when he was being stretched up, he lifted up his hand and he did communicate with the medical people. So right for now, he's okay. So thoughts and prayers with Christian Eriksen at this hard time. But he is okay, which is the main thing and which we're all happy about. So yeah, that's the one thing I needed to clarify. But now onto the bloody video, because I'll tell you what, we've got a bit of a different video this time. I was just obviously gone that video just to test out my mic work and all that, but we are going to be reacting to My Story Animated. Yes, guys, we have been with this channel for a little bit now, and I tell you what, we need to get back into this channel because this channel, I tell you what, is brilliant. So yeah, obviously, if you've seen my earlier videos, we've done a few in the past with people worrying about their weight and stuff like that, and all of this. And I've always give people advice throughout my life. And this video, I'm going to try and do the same thing. So which one should we start off? I have the lightest skin in the world. I'm not going to do that one. I have perfect hair. Okay, bit of a brag, but we'll go there. You know what I mean? The teacher hates me because I'm the prettiest. Jesus Christ! All of these people are a little bit self-confident. I thought I was perfect until I went to public school. Yep, if you go to a private school, you do get pampered. I can read boys' minds. It's a curse. I have an IQ of 160. Ooh, that's definitely not what I am. And the school bully treats me like a princess. Oh, I like that. I like the sound of that.
Discover new music
Let's do
every
this one.
Friday with YouTube Music's
Okay,
released
off.
playlist.
Nah, forget about that. Right, here we go. My Story Animated. I like that
Did you
intro.
know
That's
you have
brilliant.
the superpower to change the character of a person?
No.
If you want to know how, you have to like
Well,
and
you can.
subscribe
Of
to
course you
this
can.
video, because My Story Animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person who subscribes in the next 7 days. Tell your friends, your sister, brother, and mom to subscribe now. Hi, I'm Annie. When I started basic
Hello, Annie.
school, I hardly ever talked to anyone. I was so
Yeah.
shy and quiet
Same with
that
me.
some
I'm
of
usually
my
quite shy.
classmates thought I was a dummy. My kindergarten
Hey,
teacher
pay off, you
even
little
told
man.
my parents to take me to a doctor and find out what was wrong with me. But Dad completely lost his temper with her. Are you
Oh.
dumb? She is too beautiful for there to be
What the hell?
anything wrong with her. Why don't
You would never find any dads like this. Mark my words. In UK, only you find stupid dads like this in America. Believe me.
you save your advice for
It
some
is what
other
it is.
real dumb kid? But no matter what, my shyness just didn't go away. I didn't talk much to my classmates,
Your
and they thought I
shyness.
was a snob. As
A
if.
snob.
Once when I was in the first
What, for not
grade,
for not
some of my
talking?
classmates asked me to share my candy with them, but I just
No,
stared
don't
back
do
at
that.
them and didn't reply.
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
do you think you are, you dumb girl? I said give us candy. I didn't
Well,
say a word
no.
and
Give
started
us
walking
candy.
away.
Shut
They
up.
got angrier and circled me. Suddenly I opened my mouth and let out a
Mate, if they started circling me, I'm not having any Americans circle me. Yeah, some Americans started circling me. I'll be like, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, don't circle me, man. Mate, I'll knock all of them out. I'll turn into freaking Kung Fu Panda, mate. I'm not even gonna lie, mate. Americans don't have crap on people from the UK, mate. We can slap them up any time of the day, mate. That is what I'm talking about, fam. Yeah. If I got circled by them, I'd be like, boom, 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 grab their heads, boom, boom. Oh, I'm not gonna get that far, but you know what I mean.
ear-splitting scream. They were so shocked to actually
Whoa.
hear my voice that they just stood there stupidly, and I managed to escape. But at home, I was a completely different person.
Oh.
I was super chatty and an
Oh,
awesome
good.
storyteller. In fact, sometimes my parents begged me to stop talking because I was giving them headaches. Once I kept them awake all night telling them a story I had in my mind about some
That's cool.
princess. And because I didn't know how to write well, they spent all night writing it for me. It ended up about 90 pages long. I will do this every
Whoa.
night, sweetheart. I can't believe I have such a beautiful daughter in my life.
Oh,
Dad just worshipped me
no.
because I was pretty. Mom was different and loved me no matter what. I was
Aw.
still too shy to talk outside my home, but people never stopped trying to become friends with me. And I know why
Aw.
now. It's only because they thought I was cute. But I had to admit, I kind of liked it. When I was in the
Yeah,
third
I was
grade, one
surprised.
boy threw a piece of paper at me that
Oh.
said, "Your smile makes me happy, but your words make me happier." Can I hear them? I
Oh, mate, I love the old trick in school where it's never happened in the UK. I only used to see this in America. People throw a note, they give you a look, a wink of it, you know what I mean? And then they pass you a note like this.
blushed, and from that moment, I tried to talk more. So I made new friends and also started
Oh,
taking
there you
part
go.
in different school
I like
activities,
this.
but still without
Progress.
talking much. When I was in the
Oh.
8th grade, my parents helped me publish my first short novel.
Oh,
But it was a
eighth,
failure
eighth
and
grade.
people didn't
Okay,
like
now
it.
you have to
I got
talk.
sad. Dad didn't take it
Oh.
well and sued the publishers, saying it was their fault. But of
Whoa.
course, he lost the case, and I decided to take a break from writing. Until one morning, when our class teacher walked into the classroom with a tall, athletic boy. It really looked like
Ooh.
the boy wasn't too happy to join us. "Everyone, welcome your
Oh,
new
no.
classmate, Peter." Peter had a deep frown and a stupid smile at the
I
same
don't like the
time.
look of this
He
Peter.
had this funny Grinch face. The
Oh
teacher
no.
Raid Shadow Legends
tell you what,
is
if
a
this
dark
bully
fantasy
came at me,
RPG. Raid
I'll
is
tell you
all
what.
about collecting
No
told
American
Peter to
can
take a
bully
seat
me.
right next to
I'd
me,
be
and I
like,
gave him a friendly smile.
"Ooh."
That's the ugliest smile I've ever seen. Have you heard of toothpaste? I can buy
Oi!
it for you if you don't have money. You can pay me back, maybe with a kiss?
Oh,
Oi.
wow. I was about to respond.
I'll
when
squirt
the
that toothpaste in your eyes, you silly twit. Yeah? I'll go up to him and call him, listen to me. I'll grab him by the shirt and say, listen to me. Don't you ever talk to me like that again. Even though I'm a guy, so he wouldn't ask me for a kiss. I'd be like, oh, go away, you weirdo.
teacher started the
I
lesson.
mean,
It was a French
oh.
lesson, and he looked completely blank. "Hey, do you need any help?"
From you?
He does, mate.
You don't look
He looks like
fancy.
he's got the IQ of a freaking ant, mate. So listen to him, mate. Actually, no, ants are quite smart, actually. That's actually quite unfair to compare him to an ant. I feel sorry for the ants. I'd compare him to. He has the IQ of a piece of dirt.
Smart, and I don't need help from a girl when I can use Google.
Actually, dirts are quite smart. 'Cause dirt's probably got an IQ of 0.001, so yeah, I'll say that's fair.
Translate on my phone, so buzz off. What a jerk.
The next day, when the teacher returned the assignments, Peter looked really angry to see a big F on his.
What kind of dumb school
Oh.
is this? How can Google be wrong?
I
Well, she
took
got
a
a
look
B
at his
plus.
paper and burst out laughing. "That's not even French, you idiot. You translated the whole thing to
Yeah, you
Spanish."
idiot,
He
fam.
crumpled up his assignment into a ball and threw it at my face, but I couldn't stop laughing. Boy,
Yeah, you stupid idiot, fam, you stupid idiot. Yeah, you're brain dead, you're brain dead. You're permanently brain damaged, you stupid twit. Hold me back. Hold me back. Alright. Yeah, mate, he sucks, mate. Yeah, keep
could
laughing,
someone
mate.
be this stupid? I figured out soon enough that Peter wasn't interested in learning or making friends. Eventually, the whole school realized that Peter was just interested in bullying others. Sometimes he would snatch students' lunch and threaten to beat them.
If he stole my food, mate, you would not see the last of this kid. I know. You would see the last of this kid. That's what I meant. Honestly, you wouldn't see him the next day. No American can bully someone from the UK because they would get absolutely slapped up. Have you seen how Americans fight? They're the slowest. I don't care if they're American, you know, and I'm not being nationalist or anything. I'm just saying, Americans literally fight so slow. You see UK people like fast like that, and American people are like that when they fight. Obviously, some of the Americans are good at fighting. I like that. They're still really slow. And you got a UK person just springing on the floor like that. I'm like, come on. Like, and the Americans like that I've seen and I've played with actually have the audacity to say that if an American person came to a UK school, they'd be the most popular person. You know, you would not. You would get bullied into a crisp, mate. If a UK person came to an American school, they'd probably become popular just because they're British. So shush.
Them if
Do you
they
know what I
reported
mean?
him. I was one of those unlucky students. But after the third time he did it, I reported him to the principal, and
Yeah,
he was
mate,
put in
report him.
detention. When Peter returned from detention, he looked straight into my eyes.
You are going to pay for this.
You're going
Well,
to pay
you
for
should
this,
know
yeah.
your limits. If
You're
you ever try to
ugly boy.
bother me again, I swear you will regret it, and I might even tell Dad.
Yeah, regret it, fam. Your dad will come up to you and punch it, even as American too. But your dad's coming to punch you up, mate. I'm there. Look at you blushing now, fam. You look like a little. I was about to call him a female. Never mind. You look like a little melon, fam. You fuck. Good, mate. I swear to God, I want to meet this guy now, so I can just kick him in his nuts, mate.
Aw,
You idiot,
daddy's
mate.
daughter. Look at me. I'm so
Yeah,
scared.
daddy's daughter, mate. You won't be saying that when he's standing in your face like this, fam. You know what I mean, fam? Yeah, you'll be crapping yourself, mate. You little bastard.
Oh, mommy, hug me.
Once he tried to knock my books out of my hands when suddenly a
smack
bunch
him.
of boys behind him came and
Ooh.
said,
Dude, why are you being like this with a pretty girl like her?
Wait, what? So if I wasn't pretty, that would be okay?
Oh, you're getting told by the shirt, you little pussy, mate.
Well, pretty girls
Pussy,
deserve special treatment, you know? So now we're all here to stop him. He can't annoy pretty girls.
Well-
What? Get annoyed. He's sticking up for you, silly girl.
Thanks for your caring, but girls can defend themselves.
You
They
couldn't,
pushed through
sorry.
them and left.
Told you guys, girls are crazy, especially the pretty ones. Now get lost, all of you, or else.
This Peter did whatever he wanted. It seemed he wasn't afraid of anyone, not even the principal. I really
Believe me, if he saw me in real life, he would be scared of someone.
hated him.
Let's just
One
say
rainy
that.
day, Peter came to school completely drenched, and it seemed like he'd fallen sick. He was shivering nonstop, and the principal said he'd call his parents to take him home. But to everyone's surprise, Peter screamed,
No, I'm fine. I don't want to go home. Please let me stay. You have to go home and rest. Pfft, no, I don't.
What's
I
wrong
could
with him?
run a marathon right now. Just some water and I'll be good to go.
With that, he picked up the glass with his trembling hands and
Oh.
suddenly dropped it all over my assignment. Later
Oh,
at
you
recess, I
little boy.
found him
Oh.
huddled on the bleachers, and he was hugging a worn-out teddy bear. Dude, is that a stuffed
Ugh.
toy?
Don't insult Mr. Smith.
Oh, he has a
This
name?
guy
Is he
is
like your little
nuts.
baby? Is he adopted or did you give birth to him?
Shut up. Can't you leave me alone?
You're sick
leave
and
me
you
alone?
need to go home.
You look
Yeah.
much prettier when you're quiet. Now stop acting like you care.
Ugh, why do you have to be like this? I'm trying to be nice.
Who asked
This guy's
you?
class,
Mind your
mate.
own business.
As soon as he was fine, he went right back to being the jerk he always was.
Wow.
I started writing about him in my notebook.
He's
Peter
the
was such
evil,
an
was greedy,
interesting
and hated
person
everyone
for
in
a
his
villain.
kingdom.
I couldn't believe that having someone as horrible
That's
as him in my
brilliant.
life was actually making me want to get back to writing.
He
One
looks
day,
like someone of anime. I mean, this video's got anime written all over it. Main reason why I don't like
when
it.
I was leaving the
I wanna get
cafeteria,
anime
Peter
lovers
blocked
now.
my way
Get
and
out my
demanded that
house.
I give him my lunch. We're not in kindergarten, idiot, and I ate it. And I'm not afraid of you. Now shoo. As I walked past him, he suddenly pulled at my bag and everything spilled out. A couple of boys immediately ran over to help me, and I gathered my stuff and left angrily. What an immature jerk. When I went home, I found out that my notebook was missing. I rushed straight to the locker
He
the
stole
next
it.
morning and was going through all my stuff
stole
frantically
it.
when I heard Peter behind me.
Looking for this?
Give that back, you
That's a
jerk!
classic
He
thing to
threw
say,
it at me,
"Looking
giving
for
me that
this?"
stupid smile of his.
Got what I needed.
And with that, he walked away. I had
What I
no
needed.
idea what he was up to.
Frick are you on about, you silly boy? If he ever pulled one of these tricks on anyone from the UK, mate, he would not be alive. I'm telling you now. I don't care if they've got guns or anything. Yeah, he would not be alive.
But
Let's
I
just
found
say
out
that.
soon enough. Later that day, the whole school was gathered in the gym for a lecture on fire safety. As we stood waiting around for it to start, suddenly Peter jumped onto the stage and tapped the mic for everyone's attention.
While we are all gathered here to talk about our safety in school, I just want to say I don't
Oh,
feel
no.
safe at all. How can I when I have a stalker right here?
Oh, no, no,
It's gonna
no.
be her.
Just then, the large screen behind him flickered and images from my notebook showed up. As the sketches and the things I'd written about him flashed on the screen, I wanted to disappear.
And it's
Oh.
none other than the girl everyone adores, Annie. She's obsessed with me. Guess just 'cause you're pretty on the outside doesn't mean you can't be a total creep inside. So everyone be careful. You might wake up someday to find yourself
The
a
bully
villain in
treats me
her
like a
novel.
princess.
She's cuckoo.
As everyone's eyes
No,
turned
he's
to me,
not.
I could feel panic rise in my chest.
But it's okay, sweetie. I can still be your boyfriend. Wanna hang out sometime?
As I ran out of the gym, I turned around and said, "You're bad. I hate you." As I walked into the school the next day, my legs were trembling. I just stared down at my feet as I entered the classroom. The
This
lesson
boy.
started, and when the teacher asked me to read my essay out loud, I just looked down and shook my head. Just as everyone was leaving for the cafeteria, Peter hung back.
Hey, Annie, are you okay? If this is about the gym thing, everyone knows it was just a harmless joke.
It's not a harmless joke. You're telling everyone, mate, is it? People can take that personally, mate. You silly fool. You mean it's a joke, mate? This is why Americans have 0 IQ. This is why our education system is better than them, because they're being taught stupid things. Like this guy is. I'm not even like being funny. This guy has probably got the same IQ as an 11-year-old. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'm being dead serious. You know, that's how bad the education system is in America. I could get there and I could go to America and get an A. I don't know what you want me to say. It's as simple as that. It's ridiculous, and I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. Like, you know, and it's just silly, really. You know, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah. Our education system is much better than Americans. I'll tell you a funny story. I told this American if he could name 5 countries. One of the countries was, what was it, Europe? Which is not a country, it's a continent. And then he said London, and I actually at this point I kind of thought he was joking. And he said, "What do you mean?" Like, obviously, and he was being serious. And then he named, I mean, the rest of the 3 were countries, and I was like, "You're actually stupid." Like, you know. And then I asked him to name continents. He had no idea what a continent was. So yeah, cool. So that explains my point.
I just stared at him
And it's not even one person; it's multiple. Because I've told multiple people this. But yeah.
silently with angry tears, and I threw my lunch at his face and walked out of the school.
Oh,
This time he didn't
jeez.
respond and looked a bit guilty. Peter didn't come to school
Yeah,
the
mate.
next few days. I don't know why, but I actually felt worried. One day he
He's a
finally showed
pussy.
up. Hey, I still don't like you, but I made sure to make notes for you when you came back. And no, girls aren't dumb. We can be emotional sometimes, and that's something we're proud of. Just then, to my
Exactly.
shock, Peter broke down and started to cry.
Annie, I'm really sorry.
Jesus Christ. This is literally bullies in a nutshell. When they get caught, they're like strong like that, woo 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 woo, and as soon as they get caught out in their acts, they start to cry. It's classic bullies. Classic bullies. Yeah. I've never really been bullied per se. I've been picked on. I wouldn't really call it bullying to an extent. In my school, I used to get picked on a lot, like my junior school. Back in like year 6 and 5 and 4, I used to get picked on a lot. I guess you could call that bullying, but apart from that, I can't really think of anything. But back then, I was a bit of a, you know what I mean? I was easy to get picked on. Nowadays, no, no.
Sorry. I don't know
People
why.
can like joke around or like, you know, be rude to me or something like that, and I won't have anything to say back. But believe me, I never take it to heart. I am the person that you cannot offend. I don't get offended at anything. You can tell me the most offensive thing to my face. I won't take it personally. Believe me.
I'm this way. I just act out because of things going on in my own life.
Then he told me
Oh,
about
let me
his
guess, his
family,
dad's
how
beating.
his mother had passed away when he was 6, and he was left all by himself with his stepdad.
He's mean and stupid and doesn't even take care of me. And one day when I'm old enough, I'm going to punch him in the face.
I finally saw why Peter was like that. He was just a frustrated kid who needed help. Next day during lunch, Peter jumped on one of the tables and
takes out everyone
announced
else.
something. Everyone got quiet and listened to him.
Hey everyone, I'm just here to apologize for everything I did to all of you. I still think some of you are weird and I don't like most of you. But that didn't give me the right to treat anyone like that. So, as they say in French, lo siento.
Dude, that's Spanish. Just get down. Everyone burst into laughter and Peter gave me a hug.
Thank you for lighting up my life. I promise I will become a better person. No, not really. Only under one condition. Make me the irresistible, handsome, great hero in your novel.
Helping Peter become a better person is my greatest achievement. Now he is a medical doctor with a beautiful wife,
Oh,
and he named
wow.
his child Annie after me. And me, I'm a writer now.
That's class. That's really good. I like that. It's always great endings. She's a writer, what she wanted to be, what her dad and her mum wanted her to be. And he told his mum, he didn't mention his dad, so I'm assuming his dad was never there for him, but he mentioned all of his parents, and yeah, that's pretty cool. 1 + 1 = potato. And she's the loser. And you said potato. Oh, what? Because of her? Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, okay. I thought you were answering the question to that. So who's the potato now? You silly fool. You know. I'm the youngest professional. I want something that really like. My mum is the queen of the Karens. Oh, great. This one is going to be tickle. Tickle? Tricky. Tickle. What's he tricky for? This one is going to be tricky. Very tricky. Here we go. Hello, I'm here to regret my life. Yep, you should be. 'Cause
Hi,
we're
my
here
name is
to watch
Kristen.
Karens.
I'm a writer on Wattpad. My mom is a total Karen.
I'm
I
surprised
even
with
write
that
stories
haircut.
about her on my Wattpad. This is until my stories got discovered and all hell broke loose.
Oh.
One day, I was in the cafe and I looked at the cute guy who was walking over to me with a milkshake. As he handed me
Oh,
my
yeah.
drink, he said,
Milkshake.
Here you go, gorgeous. I
Oh,
could
bloody
not
hell.
believe my ears.
Yeah.
Did Tyler, my crush since kindergarten, just call me gorgeous?
You better
But
get in
before
there
he
then.
could say another word, a shrill voice echoed in the cafe.
Oh.
Where is your manager? This coffee is too hot! I want to speak to your manager! I sunk back in my
I've always said that Karens in America are so hilarious. Like, we get Karens in the UK, and I've spoken to so many Karens in the UK, and I just completely debunk them. Karens in the America would be so much more fun because they're just so easy to. Because obviously their knowledge is stupid, and with a UK and American knowledge, we'd probably win the argument in about 10 seconds. I'm not even gonna lie. But there you
chair
go.
while the raging Karen unleashed her fury on poor Tyler.
Bloody
I'd
hell.
seen this too many times. She really was as crazy as I.
God, imagine if your mum was a Karen. I'd actually feel so sorry for you. Yeah, of course his name's Taylor, exactly. I wonder what her name is, Karen, I'm assuming. She hasn't actually mentioned that her name is called Karen, but I'm assuming she probably is called Karen. But with that haircut, all Karens have the short bobby blonde haircuts. Every Karen has that. You
made
know.
her in my stories.
But yeah,
I
no one likes
told Mom
Karens.
to back off. She turned to me with blazing
Oh.
eyes. No daughter of mine will talk back to me like that because of some loser.
God, if I actually had a Karen mum, oh my goodness me, that would be painful. That would be painful. I feel sorry for anyone out there that has a Karen mum. Yeah, because they're yeah, especially if they look like that. That's just a nightmare. What the flip is that photo? Christ, I don't want to look at that.
Waiter? Oh no! I looked at Tyler in horror.
no.
I thought the worst of that night was
God, I feel
watching
sorry
my
for Tyler,
crush stare at
Jesus.
me like I was a monster. But boy, was
Sarah,
I wrong.
So you
When I
you were
got
a
to
monster. Your mum's the monster.
school the
mate.
next day, everyone was looking at me weirdly, and some kids were pointing at me. Suddenly,
so
my
guys, it's
phone
from
pinged,
Simpsons.
and I nearly dropped it when I
Oh.
saw the message. Someone had recorded Mom that night, and the
Epic Karen
video
meltdown.
had gone viral. When I
Oh,
finally saw
millions.
Susie, my best friend, in the cafeteria, she
Wow.
ran to
One
me
of my
and
videos on TikTok, I don't know how many views it's on now, but when I last checked, it was on about 1.4 million or something like that. But yeah, I wouldn't really call that viral, but it kind of popped up a bit. But there you go. My mum is emo. Don't think she'll be a Karen anytime soon. Well, good. I'm glad. Yeah. I don't think my mum would ever be a Karen. You're born. I think you're born a Karen. You don't really grow into a Karen. You know, you're born that way, sort of thing. You're either born the right way or you're born the annoying way.
hugged
It's
me.
simple as that, you know what I
Kristen,
mean?
I'm so sorry. It'll blow over soon. But it didn't. When I got home that afternoon, ready to go off on Mom, she looked furious and pushed a pile of papers into my hand.
Oh,
As
no.
I read them, I almost passed out. They were printouts of my stories. I can explain. It's
Printout
not
stories?
you. It's suddenly she pulled me into a hug
Oh,
and yelled,
gosh.
"We're famous, Kersey! You genius!"
We're
What
famous.
do you mean? A famous producer watched the video and saw how people loved to hate me and thought Tyler and
Yeah,
you
but you don't.
looked cute.
Yeah, but you don't want to be famous for being hated. You know, you'd rather be famous for being liked. You know, if I had to choose, be famous but be hated, or don't be famous but be liked, I'd obviously pick don't be famous but be liked. I don't give a crap about being famous. I only do this because it's fun and I like it. You know. Even if I found something that was fun but didn't involve followers, I'd do it. You know, I'm only doing this because it's fun. I enjoy it. You know, but like, I don't know. I would definitely not be famous and be hated.
Then he found your stories, and now they want us to do a reality show based on your stories.
Ooh.
I could not believe my ears. I'd be the star of my own stories? And if
Ooh.
Tyler agreed to be in it, maybe I'd have another chance with him.
Oh,
I
yeah.
rushed over to the place he was
Well, that
working at.
face you won't, yeah.
Tyler, we need to talk. But just
Oh.
then, he dropped to his knee. I want to be your boyfriend. I could not believe my ears. Yes, yes.
That's the most basic thing ever. It's like you dropped your name. Hello, what are you doing? I want to be your boyfriend with a bunny choice. That is brilliant. I want to be your boyfriend. Oh my god, that is class. Laughed my ass off. I think last time I watched you was when you were watching short horror films. I was.
Yes, of course, Tyler. I'd like
right.
nothing more. He laughed and jumped to his feet and hugged me.
Oh my
This was
god.
perfect. This was cut immediately.
Cut?
Tyler let go of me.
Oh.
Wasn't I just brilliant, babe? What do you mean?
Oh,
A funny little man and a camera crew
Oh,
rushed
no.
out yelling, "You're a natural! I love that you don't even need the
oh no,
script."
it was fake.
Just then, I saw the camera crew, and suddenly everything made
Oh,
sense.
no.
Clearly, the director had already approached Tyler. Tyler turned to me and grinned. Not that difficult to pretend to be in love with you, beautiful. My heart raced at that.
Tyler's-
Did he actually like me? The next
Wait,
few
what?
weeks were whack.
I
I
thought he
had a
didn't like
camera
you.
crew follow me
Oh
everywhere,
no.
and they chose
I
everything.
don't think, I'll be honest, I think this is made up. I don't think when you're famous, this actually happens. If I had camera crew in our house the whole time, every single thing that I do, I would honestly hate it so much, you know. And this is fake, it's obvious. What, filming a snail? Come on. You know,
and
making a
everyone
snail
around me.
famous.
When we walked into math class,
Oh, bloody
the
hell,
director
no.
looked up and down at the teacher. He just picked up his phone and said,
What's wrong
"No,
with his
no,
eyes?
this won't do." And seconds later, a super hot guy,
Oh.
introduced as our new teacher,
like a female.
came in and started playing with a calculator. I was so relieved when the class ended, and I finally met up with Susie. But when I hugged her, she pushed me away.
Oh.
Is this all your life is about now? The fame and fake people? Gosh, was my best friend jealous
What
of
the
me?
hell?
But before I could reply, my phone pinged. Tyler had texted. They're ready for the take.
Yeah.
I jumped to my feet and grabbed my
no.
stuff. We'll talk about this later, okay? To be honest, I was having the time of my life. Not only did I have
mean,
the best
sure.
boyfriend ever, but also
I'm not gonna
everyone wanted to
lie,
be friends with me.
he's
The
faking it,
only
I
thing I
think.
really wanted was for Susie to be on the show too. But the director refused because he said she wasn't
That's
pretty.
what happens when something happens. The film producers, etc., video producers, they get involved and they try to change things. Have you watched that Family Guy episode where Brian makes this script, and obviously and Lois reads it and she thinks it's amazing sort of thing, and he wants to make it into a live action drama, you know, and he goes in, obviously they love it and they try to get people in, and then obviously they're all really good actors, and this last guy comes in, it's flipping James Woods, and he's crap. He's like, he just like flying the whole time or saying silly jokes. And like, oh yeah, that's the one, that's the one. And Brian's like, what do you mean? Like, we've got all this, you know. And then obviously they change it to a sitcom. They make no sense whatsoever. And they basically just turn his amazing piece of work into crap. And that's basically what's going on here, you know.
enough, so they had a model replace her. After that,
Oh, wow.
things just went downhill. One day,
Yep.
I was at the cafeteria when Susie plopped next to me. I was thrilled to see her. I miss you, Chris. You never have time for me now. Before I could reply, the model who was playing my best
Oh my
friend
God.
got up and splashed cold water all over Susie. Oops, sorry. Chris, you should probably get away from her. She'll mess up that gorgeous outfit. I jumped to my
God.
feet. Hey! But suddenly, the director grabbed my arm and dragged me away. I turned back to see Susie sitting there looking heartbroken. I was
Oh,
the
man.
worst best friend ever. Just send her
I
chocolates
mean, you
or
couldn't
something.
do anything.
We don't have time for her moping. Just then, someone yelled, "There's another Karen attack!" I rushed outside with everyone else to see Mom
Oh, no.
was yelling at a teacher. "You made a spelling mistake in my little girl's name. I demand to
my
see the principal."
God.
What was happening? I ran over to her and pulled her away from the poor teacher. "Mom, what are you doing?" She quickly whispered into my ear, "I'm improvising." I took a look around, and sure enough, the cameras were rolling and
Oh my
everyone was
God.
laughing. I felt humiliated.
So,
I
a real Karen turned into a video making
began to
Karen.
yell,
Oh my
"Just
God.
stop it! I quit!" And then I turned around and ran. I just had to get away from this all.
God, that's
Suddenly,
one
I heard
way to make a scene. Shouting, "Just stop it, I quit." You know, you could have said it to them in private, but you decided to shout it out. I thought that was
Tyler
funny.
calling my name. "Leave me alone, Tyler. I don't want to be a laughing
Tyler,
stock.
you gotta
He caught
look
up
in his
with me
shorts
and
or
pulled me
trousers.
into a hug. I looked around
Aw.
suspiciously. Don't worry, there are no cameras. After a minute, he asked, Are you really quitting? I nodded my head while sobbing. He
Oh,
said,
man.
You can't quit. He shifted uneasily before bursting into tears. Babe, I need to
God,
be
it's
in
all
the
about
show
flipping crying, isn't it, these bloody videos? Jesus Christ.
for a reason. Yes, to become rich and famous. No, I need the money.
What was
I
that
need
cough?
it for my mom. She is really ill. Oh my
Oh.
god, Tyler. You guys and all your lies. Yes, girls are
Why
emotional.
would you lie about his mum being ill? That's something that you can't lie about, you know. God, I'm not
But
starting to like
not
this woman
dumb.
now.
Oh god, that hurts. I didn't know you were so heartless.
Oh, where you going?
Here,
Bye-bye.
look at this. Does she look fine to you? Oh my
Oh,
god,
no.
I'm really sorry. Yeah, I feel terrible.
I just want to have a look at the Christian Eriksen situation. Hang on. See if he's alright. Just want to see if he's alright. Oh, thank God. Okay. Christian Eriksen breathes and can speak. He's awake. Martin Scoots, Eriksen agent, just told this to thing after speaking. Okay, good. Whew. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, so it seems as though Eriksen is fine. Thank God. Okay. We can all have a breather. Eriksen is fine. I still do this because you never know. I don't want to jinx it. She basically just turned spoiled, and Who the F gets a reality show of a few webtoon stories. Exactly. You know, it's just, you know, they always try to convert things into different things. That's what film producers do. They try to make it their way and don't make
Well,
other
now,
people's ways.
you should. Okay, I'm in. I'm not leaving the show.
You should
Please
be in,
don't
mate.
hate me. I'll try. And before
I'll
I knew
try.
it,
Oh!
he kissed me. Fireworks erupted
That's
in my
it.
head
That's gonna get
as I
viral.
kissed him back. Suddenly, we heard loud applause, and the director jumped out from behind the bushes. Brilliant! We just got the kiss, but it was brilliant. Good job bringing this Karen around, Tyler. What? Again?
Oh no, not again. Oh, he had me fooled. Oh my God, he had me fooled. Oh my God, Tyler was faking it again. Again. Oh my God. That's it now. She's not going to speak to Tyler ever again. How could you fake about your mum's illness? And when did he get a picture of her wheelchair? Did he just put it off the internet or something? No, I'm sorry, Tyler. That's not good enough. You can't lie about that sort of
Messaged
things.
Susie asking her to
What's
meet
up,
me at a
prick,
cafe the next day. I'd been feeling terrible, and I needed to make
Wow.
it up to her. But the next day, by the time I got free, I was already late because of the shoot. When I got there, she seemed furious and was just getting up to leave. I tried explaining it was an emergency. She simply showed me her phone screen with all the posts
no.
from the shoot. I never thought I'd say this, but you're a horrible friend, Chris. I'm a
Oh, no.
what? I just skipped a great after party for you. You're the one who's being so freaking jealous of me. Can you even pretend to be happy for me? As I realized what I'd said, I snapped shut.
Oh.
What was I doing? How could I say something so mean? Sue, it's great to know what you really
No, well, you know, like, she obviously is jealous. Like, if it happened to her, she would do the exact same thing you're doing. Probably even worse. She probably would go to the after party and leave you, you know. So if I'm thinking about it in that situation, I probably would say what she's saying. I don't freaking blame her. Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest. Like, you know, she's got this woman with the striped t-shirt's got. I mean, obviously we know about this pink-haired woman, mate. She's got to snap out of it, mate. But this striped shirt woman, mate, she's very jealous. You can
think
tell.
of your best friend. Before I could stop her and apologize,
Let me guess. There's going to be cameras all around the shoot, and she's going to be involved, and the pink-haired lady's going to cry and run out.
she rushed out.
Oh,
When I
maybe
got
not.
home, my phone was blowing up with messages from Tyler. Chris, look up, daughter of Karen becomes Karen. I did, and what I saw made me drop my
Oh my
phone in
God.
horror. It was a video of me yelling at Susie. Then the
Yep.
producers called. The
Yep.
stats are
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? The camera crew were in the restaurant.
and the producers love Susie. He said he was changing my script and had decided that Susie and Tyler would date while I
Oh my God! I promise you I have not watched this video. Oh my God. Spoiled. She is spoiled. Yeah. And what did I tell you? If she was in her position, she'd do the exact same thing. And look! I swear I haven't seen this video, mate. I've done it, mate. I've done it. I've conquered it, mate. I've conquered it, mate. That's it. You fucking cunt. Yeah, exactly. The striped head shirt. Oh, jealous. And shut up, man. You know what? I would have told you the exact same thing. I would have said, "Now, you know what? Grow up. Why don't you be happy for me, you little Mel?" I would have said that to her as well. Well, you know what? I wouldn't regret it. Look where she is now.
I was the crazy
You know what?
ex.
I wouldn't say to her if she's a
even
woman.
fired the
'cause,
model
I
who
don't
was
speak to
playing
women like
her.
that. But if it's
The
a guy,
producers love
I would say
her.
to him
I
like
was
that. Of course I would.
reluctant, but then I thought of Tyler and his mom.
No, no, it's not. No, it's not. I have a feeling. Yeah, I don't know why I said Mel, but I have a feeling he's lying about the mum. I hope he's not, but I have a feeling he is,
Changed my
unfortunately.
mind. Fine, I'll do it. It would all be just fake. Nothing would change, right? Wrong.
I'm sorry, but how can you lie about your mum, you silly pleb? You know, well, you can't lie about stuff like that.
Suddenly,
You
not
know.
only was Susie
What is this
totally
cat doing as well? He's like, meow. And there's a butterfly
avoiding me, but also
moving in the exact same, just over and over again.
I
Yeah.
was exactly what I had always
Love Shane,
been
by the way, I've been
terrified of
here
becoming,
since
a
the last
Karen.
one with
To
the bully
make
guy.
matters
Oh, the bully
worse,
guy, yeah,
Tyler
I'll tell you
and
what,
all
he's a
my
prick,
other
don't wanna say
friends
that.
started to
Pardon my
disappear.
language. But
I
yeah,
wasn't
thank you
being
very much.
invited
I
to
like that, I
parties,
like that.
and the models and kids all started hanging out with Susie. One evening,
Oh my
I woke up
God.
from a
What
nap
did I tell you
and was
about this
surprised to
Susie?
find Mom and all the regular camera crew missing. I checked my phone, and what I saw left me devastated.
Oh no, they
Everyone's
moved.
stories were full of pictures and videos from a party. Just then I remembered it was Susie's birthday.
Oh,
Was
don't
she
go to her
really not
birthday! Don't go to her birthday! Don't go to her. Don't send her anything. Don't go. If you go, you're silly. That's all. I'm sorry, but if you go, you're silly. That's all. I know it's her birthday. I know it's her birthday, but if you go, you're silly because you know what's going to happen. If you go, you are silly. You pink-haired woman.
inviting
You're
me?
silly
I
if
felt
you go.
devastated.
You
I
know.
grabbed all the things she'd ever given me and rushed over to her house. The security guy stopped me and said I couldn't go in. That's when I really lost it. I started to throw everything I'd brought into her yard. Take this, you good-for-nothing friend! And this! I hate you! Just then, the gate
You're good for nothing, friends.
flew open, and Mom walked
Oh,
out.
no.
She dragged me inside the house and glared at me. Just what are you doing? Me? What are you doing here? I was here for Susie's birthday, of course.
Oh, my
Mom,
God.
how could you even be here if I'm not
Even the
invited?
mom
Well,
is going
everyone
to
was.
Susie's
I
birthday.
wasn't going to miss it because you've been
Look at her nose. Looks like a fucking ice pick. What the hell? Like, get nose surgery. God's sake, you look like you've got pink stuff in your hair. You've got like light blue eyebrows, and your tongue is flipping huge, and yeah, and you look like a freaking witch with that nose. Ugh, woman.
stupid. Before I knew it, all my anger was pouring out right there.
Not
You're the one
surprised.
always embarrassing yourself in public
To be
trying
fair,
to
you got yourself in this situation, so you do have yourself to blame too, but it's not about her right now.
steal my show. Your show? The show
Ooh.
exists because of me. It's my show. Suddenly I
She's not
realized
wrong.
she was right. It was her
Yeah,
show.
she's not
and
wrong.
it existed with the sole purpose of making us laughingstocks. They'd even changed my script and taken over all my life.
What did I literally say at the start? Did I not say at the start that they were literally going to change the whole thing? I did I not tell you that? It's gone from Karen, shouting all of these people, and then they've literally said to them, well, how about Karen becomes Karen's daughter, or whatever they said, and now Susie marries Taylor. They're changing the whole thing. I literally said that at the start. I promise I haven't watched this video. It's sick. I would do a video about it all being fake and expose the crew and be loved after. Yeah. I don't blame
I
you,
was
mate, 'cause
trapped
this
in
is
my own
definitely a
story,
video that you
and
can
I'd hurt my friend in the
just
process.
laugh
You're
at
right, Mom.
because,
The show is
yeah.
yours, and it's your world, not mine. I'm not some stupid Karen. I really quit. Then I ran past her
Really
into
quit?
the house. I had an apology to make. But just before I entered, I heard Tyler say, Mom would love to take you to Paris this weekend. I
Oh!
barged into her room. Susie and Tyler were kissing, and there was
Oh! Now that has just put the icing on the cake, mate. Oh my god, that has your last piece of heart, mate. Just gone. No, no, no. That has hit the Jeez, I'll tell you what, Susie, mate, needs a not by me because men can't hit women, but I'll tell you what, she needs to give her a bashing. She needs to give her that, mate. Tell you what, if I was a woman, I would love to bash her in, honestly, but I can't.
Was no
So,
camera
yeah.
crew. They were kissing for real. Tyler, what's going on?
Oh.
Why are you kissing her? And why is your
Oh.
ill and poor mom taking her to Paris? Ugh, who else would my boyfriend kiss? The color drained from Tyler's face. Oh, babe, I can explain.
Who
She
else would
kissed-
my boyfriend kiss? Oh my god, and their boyfriend and girlfriend. That has just put the icing on the cake and the cherry on top. So now, yeah.
To
I've
me,
done my-
explain this, you cheater.
Ooh!
Threw a glass of soda from the nearby table.
Oh,
at him.
oh no, sorry, I thought she punched him. Never mind. That's just pathetic. You know, yeah. That's just pathetic. Why couldn't she have just punched him? No, that's pathetic.
Then I turned to Susie. I never thought you'd
Bang
stoop
her.
so low and kiss
Not
my
like that.
boyfriend. Your boyfriend? What are you? Oh, don't pretend.
Yeah, punch
You can
him.
keep this loser. I'm out of
Oh,
here. With that,
was
I
bum.
turned
Was it-
and stormed out.
Why is that necessary? Look at this. I don't want to look at it again, but why is that necessary? Why have they made his bum like that?
With
Why?
that, I turned
Why is
and
that
stormed
necessary?
out. I couldn't believe Tyler had been stringing me
Oh, I'm scarred
along
for life
such
now.
a
I
long
didn't wanna see
time
that.
just to be famous.
Do you know what I
there was
mean?
only one way to end
Anyway.
this. I decided to call
I
the
need to bleach
producers
my
to
eyes
end
now.
this. Just
Why
as
have I
I was
seen
about
that?
to do that, Mom opened the door and said
Oh.
Susie was here to see me. I don't want to, but Susie pushed the door and came in. She started to cry and said,
FFF.
I've broken up with him, Chris. He swore you two weren't dating. I've left the show too. I don't want to do it at the cost of our friendship. I could tell she
Do you know what? I actually swear, if these are camera crew again, I am done. Yeah, it's not gonna
was
be,
serious.
but
I
yeah.
found myself crying with her. I'm sorry for
Oh,
hurting you
okay.
too, Susie.
I think it is serious.
I got carried
Are
away.
they gonna drag me in again?
I missed you so much. I'm done
Why
with
is her
this
face red
stupid
like that?
show. Immediately, Mom started yelling at us. What do you mean you're done, huh? You can't. It's my money too. But we ignored her as we both talked to the
Do you not realise that people are literally laughing at you? They're not laughing with you, they're laughing at you, Karen. Yeah? Because I know your name's Karen. As a fact. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's...
producers. We
Couldn't
told
press the
them that
freaking
they
key.
couldn't produce the
Space.
show or we would sue them for making us go through this stressful and hard time. The producers decided to not air the show eventually. Mom went crazy
Nice.
and became more and more of a Karen. What I learned
Yep.
from all of this is that you can be a Karen without knowing you are a Karen.
Yep.
So take this advice from me. After you
I
like
have definitely had an experience as a Karen a little bit when I was at where was I? I think I was at France, and we went to a restaurant, and I was with my was I with my cousins? I was with my friends. Sorry, I'm not gonna say their names, but I was with my friends, and we were at France. We went to a restaurant, and I think our parents were somewhere else. And I remember the service being really bad. We didn't get our food in like almost an hour. I'm not even joking. And I went up to the reception and said, guys, where the hell's our food, sort of thing. And I was speaking in English, and obviously they had no idea what I was saying. And obviously they could understand the start of what I was saying, like, where's our food? They could understand that bit, but the rest they couldn't understand. But she said friendship. They had no friendship. They had money, exactly. Money talks. Money talks. Money ruins friendships, relationships, and money talks. You know, it's the same in sport. You know, you can love a club so much, but if you see a lot of money, you're going to go for it. It's just what happens. It's the way a human works. You know, if we see money, we go for it. You know, some humans are very, very respectful when it comes to money and stuff like that. But unfortunately, most humans are very on their money. Let's just say that. But yeah, and I remember I went to this restaurant and they said, oh yes, they were trying to speak English, obviously, like French. And they're like, all right, we'll hurry up, sort of thing. And I think we were there for like another half an hour, and I started to get really annoyed now. And she just came finally. I kind of like rolled my eyes and went, oh, finally, sort of thing. And obviously she looked at me like, oh, sorry for the wait, sort of thing. I was like, yes, thank you. And I was kind of quite annoyed. And that was that. That was it. I didn't shout or anything. Like I said, I was just annoyed. Apart from that, I can't really think of anything. I've had a lot of arguments with like women before. Like when I was walking through a tunnel and she asked me to wear a mask, and I was like, it's in an open area. That's not how it works. And she was like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let you through unless you have a mask. And I was like, can you see everyone else using a mask when they come through the tunnel? And she said no. I was like, exactly. So I just not nudged past. I didn't nudge her at all. I didn't even touch her. I just went past her and just carried on. Yeah. I'm speaking this. I'm not a nice guy. I'm really friendly, but yeah. Well, I don't know what to do now. I don't know whether to continue or end it, or how long has this been going on for? Almost an hour. We'll do. All right. Well, you know what? We'll do one more, and we'll do it like. Mum makes me wear makeup because I'm too. I'm assuming that's going to mean ugly. Or too pretty. Oh, I have perfect hair. Why are these thumbnails necessary? Like, why do I want to? I mean, I don't like. Why do I want to see her ass? You know. Mum thinks I'm a loser. Yeah. It's 10 minutes. Yeah, we'll do it. Fine. Why not? We'll do it. I want to call this. Oh, you know what? I want to call this woman a potato. So, you know, let's do this. My Story Animated.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Cassia. For as
Cassia?
long as I can remember, I was the shyest kid you've ever met.
Oh.
When I was little, I would hide behind my mother's dress when
Oh.
meeting new people. My first grade teacher thought I couldn't speak for a full year. My
Oh.
parents were so concerned that they took me to a child psychologist to try to get me to open up a little. What the doctor
Good.
figured out that my parents couldn't is that I had a huge imagination. I wasn't
good.
good at talking to people, but when she read me a story, she could see my eyes light up.
Oh.
I loved stories of knights and princesses and
Yeah.
epic quests.
You can tell if books like that really interest you, you'll grow up to be very poetic, and I feel like you'll be good in those sort of story genres. I mean, by the way, they tried to make it dramatic. Yeah, they did try to make it very dramatic. Most of this is fake in the way they make it dramatic, like filming the snail, like that doesn't happen. But they do try to make it funny, so you know,
Even a
I'll give them
dragon or
credit for
two.
that.
Then,
Dragon or
everything
two?
changed when she put paper and pencil in front of
Oh.
me and asked me to write my own story.
Ooh.
Soon, I had created a world of monsters
Wow.
and mazes and heroes who would say the things that I never could. My psychologist was absolutely stunned.
Yeah.
She had never seen such an expansive imagination in someone so young. I had found
She
my
enjoys
calling.
it.
The only problem was, I came from a
You're a
very
failure.
strict, old-fashioned family. My
Oh, you shut up. If I had a daughter that could write like that, alright, I'm gonna go for now. Have a nice stream. Oh, thank you, mate. Cheers for that. I hope you liked it. But yeah, no, if I had a daughter like this, I'd be proud of them. These flipping two are absolute numpties. You can shut up, you know. If I had a daughter that was like, you know, that could write and make stories and be happy, I would be over the moon. I'd be more than happy, you know. But these
parents
parents
are both
just
doctors, as are my grandparents. Our
can see them right now.
household was
Look at
all
their-
science.
look at their little
the
smug
parents
faces.
are both doctors.
Look at this,
as are my
look at her, she's got
grandparents.
one down.
Our
They look like
household
doctors.
Was all science
Probably are
all the
doctors, to be
time.
fair. They're
Not
strict.
a lot of room for what my mom called silly
Fairy
kid
tales.
stories.
Ah,
Elementary and
there you
junior
go.
high have room for what my mom
They're
called
doctors, look.
silly
Science
kid
stuff.
stories.
There you go.
Throughout
Medical.
elementary and
Yep.
junior high school,
They're
they
doctors.
forced me to join sports teams and go to math camps to try and make me more sociable, but
Yeah.
it didn't work. I had the writing
It
bug.
feels like a lot of these stories, like obviously, like a lot of people have like anxiety and stuff, and obviously they struggle to talk. Like for me, example, I don't know why I've done that, but I am very sociable in that aspect. I'm very you know, confident when I come to speaking. I feel I'm a bit too confident. You know, I can talk to anyone about anything, you know, without getting worried or something like that. I can literally speak for hours, or I can literally talk to someone, and yeah, I'll just be the same the whole time. You know, I'm
When
very
my
confident
parents
in
would
that
go to
aspect.
bed, I would turn my flashlight on under my sheets and write my
Oh, wow.
epic stories. A sword that speaks, a princess
Oh.
trapped in the underworld,
Oh, no.
a knight who is half monster. I
Yeah.
never felt more alive than when I was writing my stories.
Oy.
One night, my nosy little brother came
Oh.
into my room while I was writing and discovered my stash of notebooks. He ran into my
Oh, nah, you leave those notebooks alone, you silly boy. Now I know I can do the to you, fam. Yeah, now I can do that to you. That, I don't know how old he is, but still, You silly boy. Put those notebooks back and leave
my
that girl
parents'
alone.
room yelling that I had been making up stories in secret. They were not happy. The next
Why are you not
night-
happy, you silly? Look at you, you old cow. Yeah, you old cow. Look at this old cow. And look at this old man. Flipping old cow and an old man. Silly old bat and silly old man, mate. Yeah, you're a bat, mate. What are you going to do about it, woman? You silly woman.
They held a family meeting in our living
Pricks.
room.
Silly stories are not a career.
Silly
You
cow.
have to learn somehow.
He took out my stack of notebooks and put them in the fire. I was so mad at him. I got up and
Jesus Christ, what the hell? I'm sorry, but you can't do that. Like, I don't, you never know if this is fake or real, but that is just over the top. What the hell? Why would you throw something in the fire that she actually enjoys and she likes doing? You know, that's just out of order.
left.
That's just
I
out of order.
slammed my bedroom door hard. Flash forward a couple of years to high school. I hadn't written a word in a long time, but I was starting to come out of my
Jeez.
shell a little bit. I was getting straight A's.
Oi,
I had some
oi, oi.
friends. I was even getting
Hey, I
some
like this.
attention from boys.
No, but
That's
hey, you
when
really
I
are
met
perfect.
Ethan.
Ooh.
Ethan and I
You're
sat
just
next to
lazy.
each other in English class. I mostly kept my mouth shut during class discussion, but Ethan would say the smartest, most interesting things, and
Ooh.
he had the dreamiest hair. The only problem was
Yeah.
my shyness was back and at an all-time high. On my
Oh,
first
no.
day of classes, he asked me what the date was. I was so flustered I couldn't even speak. September? I said. Real smooth Cassie.
You know, it's quite funny because I used to have a really shy person in my old course that people tried to talk to her and she wouldn't say a word. And when she did talk, she'd only say stuff like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." She'd be like really quiet about it. So actually, she's very relatable to a person like in my
Real
old class.
smooth.
I think she was called Annabelle.
Was I going to figure out how to talk to this guy? One day, I saw him after class signing up for something. As soon as he left, I
Yeah.
crept up to see what it was. An audition for the school play. He's
Oh,
handsome, smart,
now
and
this-
an actor.
Now this is a good chance to show what you're
There
really
could
worth.
be an opportunity here. If we were
Exactly.
in the same
Oh no,
play,
add in 2
we'd be
seconds.
for-
No, no.
Raid Shadow Legends is a dark fantasy RPG.
I don't
Raid is
care.
all
I am
about
not
collecting
sponsoring Raid Shadow Legends.
to
I'm
talk to each
cancelling
other,
you
and
on.
maybe he'd
but,
see
yeah.
that I'm not a total weirdo. But auditioning in front of people, I was going to need some help. I enlisted my friend Stacy, who was one of the
Player
most
2 has
confident
entered the
people
game.
I had ever met. She helped me choose a monologue and memorize it. She
Ooh.
made me feel so comfortable. It felt like a breeze. But when the
Yeah.
time came to audition
Oh.
and the adults were sitting behind the table, I opened my mouth and the words didn't come out.
They couldn't come out.
No. It was
Oh,
the
no.
longest 5
Was she
minutes of
auditioning
my
for a
life.
tree?
And the director was not impressed. To make matters worse, when I was leaving, Stacy walked right past me into the audition
Oh.
room. Why didn't she tell me she was auditioning? The following Monday, I checked the casting announcement. Ethan was cast as the lead.
Oh,
and
no.
Stacy was his
Yeah,
romantic co-star.
oh.
Oh my god, this could not get any worse. Then
Yeah.
I looked for my name, all the way at the bottom. I was playing a serving
As
maid
the
with
maid.
no lines. What a plan this was. So there I was at
Well, I don't know what you expect. If you're gonna sign up something but you're not gonna speak, you're not gonna get the main role, are you? Let's be real. Like, come on.
rehearsal.
At least they gave you a role. You didn't say anything. You know, like be grateful for that. You know, silly thing, mate. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if you want something that bad, you're gonna have to use your words. You know what I mean? Even if it is bad,
Watching
at
my
least you're
former
right
best
something.
friend and my crush
Your
do
hand looks heavy,
romantic
let me
scenes
hold it for you.
together. Stacy was looking at me from the corner of her eye while touching Ethan and holding his hand.
Oh.
Ugh, so gross. She is terrible. To make matters worse, the
Sorry
play
about
was
that.
really bad. The story was nonsense, and the dialogue was even worse. And I had to listen to it
Who wrote
every
this?
day. One day, as I was leaving rehearsal, I overheard the director and his assistant arguing. They both agreed the script they had written was not working,
Oh,
but they
no.
couldn't agree on how to fix it. Just then, I had an idea. I walked up to them and told them that I
Oh.
could fix the play. They looked at me like I was out of my mind.
Why don't you leave this to the adults?
Said the director. I told them again that I knew how to fix the play, and I could prove it to them if they just gave me 24 hours. I told my parents I had a big chemistry exam the next day, and I had to study all night. They believed me, and I could see the look on their faces. That night, I wrote and worked until the early hours of the morning. I had rewritten the entire play. First thing in the morning,
Oh.
I dropped it on the director's desk. When I arrived at rehearsal after school, everyone was whispering to each other. Then the director got up in front of everyone and said,
Today, we got an absolutely brilliant new draft of the play. I am amazed. I need to thank you, I interrupted. You did such a great job on the new draft of the script. I had just realized that if my parents found out I had written this play, I'd be permanently grounded. The director kept my secret, but privately told me what a great writer he thought I was. Wow. The play was a big hit with the entire school.
Oh, that's a good
and
name.
even though no one knew I had written it, I could hear how much they liked it. The only
Yeah.
hard part was Ethan. I had put all my feelings about him into the script, and those lines were being read by Stacy of all people. The whole point of doing the play was to get close to Ethan, and now he felt further away than ever. And he was wonderful in the play. When he spoke my words, I felt like he was the only person who ever understood them or
that's
understood
cute.
me.
Yeah, get
My
this
whole
blonde haired
family
woman out
came
of the
to see
way.
the play. After the
The
show,
brothers
my
look very
parents
happy.
said they were glad I was getting more comfortable
Look at his face.
with speaking in public.
Yeah.
Little did they know I had written my own lines for myself.
Oh, they saw
I
the
had
play.
kept the secret well, but I was tired of lying. Mom, Dad,
Oh no.
I wrote this play. I don't want to be a
I
doctor.
think they'll be happy.
I want
think
to
they'll be
write.
proud.
They were furious with
Oh,
me.
maybe not.
I should have never let you do this play. You're right back to writing these useless stories. For the rest of the school year, no friends and no going out.
What?
And when you are at home, you are studying your sciences.
You can't give her
I didn't
no.
care. I was tired of keeping my true self a secret. With my newfound confidence, I marched over to Ethan writing these useless stories.
When she gets a boyfriend.
And no going out. And when you are at home, you are
Then when she
studying
breaks up
your
with him.
sciences. I didn't care then.
Oh,
Hey,
that's a classic
I
meme, isn't
just
it?
wanted you to know that I think you're really cool. Do you want to go out sometime? He said,
Oh.
sorry, but I'm seeing Stacy.
Dude, Rick, fam! Mate, I tell you what, if that girl came up to me and said that, I'd be like, mate, you don't even have to ask. You don't even have to ask. Oh my god, what a prick this guy is.
Stacy? I should have known.
Yeah,
If only I had acted sooner.
silly girl.
Soon I found out that Stacy had even told everyone in the cast that she had rewritten the play.
What?
What a liar. Did Ethan believe that?
Haha, look, who's the witch now, you silly bat?
So mad.
Yeah, mate.
How could you do this to me?
Look at you, mate. You look like a freaking twig,
I asked
you
Stacy
silly
later at
fool.
school. I thought we were friends. You were never going to take credit for the play.
Oh, shut up, you twat, mate. What are you talking about, mate? Silly prick. Look at you, fam, with your little bent finger. Look at your bendy finger. You got no bones in it.
And you were
you know
never
what I
going
mean?
to make a
By the way, just a PS. I would never talk to a woman like this. I'm just doing this for the jokes. I would never talk to a woman like this. Just saying. Just so you guys know, I wouldn't. But yeah.
move on Ethan. So I did. What are you going to do about it? Oh my
Oh
god,
my
who
God.
did she think she was?
Yeah.
So I decided to do
Bloody
something all right. For the next few months,
This
I
bloody
wrote
horse out the way.
and
Bloody
wrote
Barbie
and
and Dream
wrote.
House, whatever it's
I was
called.
grounded, of course, but it's not like my parents could take away my computer.
Exactly.
After a while, I had a polished draft of my new masterpiece play. I sent off my script and my
Oh.
essay to a handful of colleges across the country. A few
Oh.
months later, my friends were starting to receive their college admission letters. Where were
Wow.
my letters? I was cleaning the house one day when my mom's purse fell off the counter and a bunch of paper fell out.
Oh.
I found the
she's
letter
been
from my
keeping it
top school
private.
in New York City. I opened it. I got in. Where did you find that? My mom roared.
Oh
You're
yeah,
not
you
supposed to-
silly cow. What are you gonna do now, you little melt? Yeah, what do I think now? You old bat, mate. You're old, mate.
See that?
Flipping
Well,
50-year-old
too late.
cow.
That fall, I began my
Yeah,
studies
exactly.
at
Where
a
are you now, you woman? Yeah, mate. Where are you now with your little
prestigious
freaking
drama program
£2
in the heart
purse?
of New York. My writing
Silly
professor
woman.
was a famous playwright who loved my
Ooh.
writing. She challenged me to be a better writer and nurtured my
Wow.
talent.
Gee, now this is progress.
Near the end of my first year, I
Love
had
at
a new
first
play
no.
and was auditioning actors to be in it. Imagine my surprise when
What is
I
this
saw
no?
who walked in. Ethan,
Taylor.
my high
Oh.
school crush. Of course, he was perfect
Oh
for the
yeah,
role.
sorry. Taylor was the last guy.
We spent the next month rehearsing and laughing and getting to know each other with the rest of the cast. He and Stacy had
broke
broken up.
up.
The
Yeah.
opening night at the school was a big hit.
Yes.
After the show, a man walked up to me and told me he was a theater
Ooh.
producer and asked if I had thought about moving my show to a bigger stage. This was all happening so fast. 1 year later,
Money,
our show
money,
opened
money.
on Broadway.
Must be
My
funny.
family was
Oh,
there
Broadway, wow.
apologizing for not encouraging me.
Yeah, exactly. Because now you're getting money, and they want the money. They're not proud of you. They just want the money. You silly fools. And even if they are proud,
see what a talent you are.
don't.
Your father and I hope you can forgive us. We're so proud of you.
I'm not forgiving you.
I
you
forgave them
silly
and
fools.
gave them a big hug.
Oh, wow.
Life's too
You
short
can
anyway.
forgive them, but
At
yeah,
the
I
end of the
guess so.
show, the whole cast made me get up and take a bow with them.
Fair play,
Afterwards,
woman. Fair play.
Ethan asked if I
I'm
wanted
calling her a woman because I don't know her name. If I knew her name, I'd be saying
to go
her
to
name.
dinner.
But
Just the two of us. I definitely wasn't shy anymore.
I'm just gonna call her Miranda. Oh, well done, Miranda. Good work. Well, that was whatever that girl's name was. I'm just gonna call her Miranda because I have no idea what her name was. But that was Miranda and her story. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I am going to end it there. It's bang on 1 hour now from the stream, and we are definitely gonna come back to this. But I feel like the next, you know what? Why don't you guys decide? You guys, when this live stream comes out, and you can comment wherever you want, just let me know whatever you want me to do next. It could be Minecraft, horror, this again, or a different game of your choice. It's up to you. But yeah, so thank you very much, guys, for this video. You guys have been class, and I guess I will see you guys next video. See you guys later. Bye bye.